Good morning. Denise Dryden here. I'm out on Bainbridge Island in the Fort Ward State Park, right on the water. You can see the tide's out, so I'm sitting out on an old log, and I've got sea lions playing out and barking, so you're going to hear them. And there's been an eagle go by already, and you can't see the direction I'm looking, but there's the Olympic Mountains are just right on the other side of this, so it's a fabulous time to be talking to you about this topic. Today I want to talk about owning your own energy. And I chose not to make this about boundaries because boundaries have so many different kinds of connotations and histories that I wanted to make this more about owning your own energy, because that's really what it is. So it's about the liberation of self-knowledge. Like, what happens when we really know ourselves? I'm slipping. What happens when we really know ourselves and that we work within the world from that self-knowledge? When we know ourselves really well, we confidently, like kick-ass, go out there in the world and nothing bothers us. We guide ourselves, we gather information, and we choose what we want to do, what we want to react to, what we want to respond to, what we want to do. I mean, this is it sounds so simple, but it's not easy to do, is it? So it starts with self-knowledge and it starts with self-care. So it's about knowing what you like and what you don't like. This is what time I like to go to bed. This is what time I like to get up. This is what I eat. This is how I take care of myself. These are the clothes I wear. This is what I know about myself. And I'm reminded of the movie The Runaway Bride with Julia Roberts, where, you know, she morphed into 3 or 4 different guys while she was dating him and didn't know who she was or what she wanted. To know how to support your body. You know, what does it really mean to be in body, in balance, whether it's nutrition, again, we talked about sleep, how you eat, when you eat, how you work, how you interact with people, knowing when someone is pushing, or something is pushing at you, being able to go, oh, well, there it is. Yeah, they're pushing on me. I get it. And that when there is clarity, when your intuition is present, when you are rock solid right there, when there is no self-love, and this is kind of an interesting list, or self-knowledge, the outer and external becomes the focus point, and you're reactive, and you're driven on what is it someone else is doing out there so that I can anticipate, control, react, right? We can be manipulated by our blind spots. We can be manipulated by flattery, by guilt, by manipulation, even by substances. You know, it's when something outside of us starts to sort of push and get us out of our comfort zone. We get overwhelmed. We can be really overwhelmed. And that means that there's so much overstimulation coming from the outside that we tip. We're fear-based, worried, anxious. We become super vigilant. We're again reactive, angry. We blame others, and we start to say things like, "Well, if that person would stop doing this, then I would stop doing that." And we have it backwards, right? But we're externally driven, and we feel out of control, angry, and we blame. We ask for help. We try to help others. This is where the codependence steps in. We start to rescue other people because we'd rather do something for someone else than do something for ourselves. We control and manipulate, and we carry this victim energy. And I'm always going to put it out there. When you're doing this, you're in victim energy. And when you're in victim energy, the tentacles of it come up around and they grab you, and they get a really good firm hold on you. So let's take this into our relationships and make this real. So if you're a parent and you're parenting a teen, and when you're not able to see yourself with love or knowledge, when you're unable to do that, then you look for ways, or then the child, the teen, starts to look for ways to rock you. Hey, if I can get mom off-centered, if I can get mom confused, if I can get mom feeling bad about herself, she's going to cave and give me what I want. It's manipulative, but it's also kind of interesting. I have a whole group that just came down on the beach. The teen pushes you because they know they can. They also push because they know that when they push, you will cave. They've learned that you're not very solid. And they manipulate you by flattery, kindness. They do something really nice. They come up and they sit with you and they say, "Oh, I love you, Mom." And then they go and do something that's not okay. So we get hurt, we get angry, we impose consequences out from the spot, and we don't really know how to follow through on those consequences because we throw a consequence out of anger or out of hurt, and then we have to figure out, ooh, how am I going to back that one up? I said it, but now I've got to actually do it. So that's what happens in the adult to teen situation as a parent. Now, the other part is it gets even worse when it's adults to adults because we alter our behavior or our plans or our opinions around another when we don't have self-love or self-knowledge. We act out of compliance and we sort of hope for rewards or bonuses, like in relationships, like maybe they'll do something nice for me, maybe I'll get a raise, maybe. We don't notice our unhappiness because we are overwhelmed and we're in this constant state of sort of enduring life. We make exceptions for other people, for places and things, and we don't tolerate this in ourselves, but we make excuses for them. We don't make excuses for ourselves, we make excuses for them. Oh, it's just because they're doing this because. And they we're gonna have a party down here, I guess. We can't say no. We absolutely cannot say no. We will go past our personal limits. We will eat things we don't want to eat. We will go to do things we don't want to do. We'll even hope to have sex that we don't even know if that's gonna like give us what we want. We let others in and we let them talk to our children in abusive ways. We let them hurt them. And we try to get really intimate with people who are not capable of intimacy, trying to sort of like reach out to them. Maybe if I can heal them, then I will feel better, right? So when there is self-love and self-knowledge, we look at the external world and we choose what we want to do, right? This is what I want to do. We take others' behaviors as information and we go, that's interesting, and we don't take it personally. There's nothing about it that takes it personally. We're prepared and aware and even entertained when someone comes and pushes. It's like, oh, look at them. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? They're just going to come up here and they're going to do this and then they're going to do that. And when someone tries to guilt you or manipulate you, you sort of like go, oh, and isn't this interesting? So last week at the wine bar, I had this man come up and sit down next to me, and he didn't stop talking about himself for like 15 minutes. And then when he asked me what I did, and I told him I was a coach, he made these really derogatory remarks about being a coach. And I just looked at him and I said, how interesting that you think you can say that to me. How sad. Let's go to the parent-child thing. You know, when you have a little baby that's a crawler, you just sort of look at him and you go, oh, and look at him go that way. Oh, and look at them go that way. And you know that they're going to go towards the stairs. You know they're going to go towards anything you don't want them to. So you pick them up and you move them out of the way. And you do all of this with compassion, like, oh, look what they're doing. This is so interesting. And with a teen's agenda to manipulate, you can even go like, oh, look how cute you are. And first you came in this way. And now you're coming in this way. And nope, no matter what way you come at me, I know what you want, and the answer is still no. I'm sorry. But you sort of look at it like information. Isn't this adorable? Or isn't this weird? Or isn't this sad? But you use your compassion. So when we're authentic and we hold ourselves in that kind of authority, then we show up energetically in our body. Now they're coming down here looking for shells. We liberate ourselves from being impacted by the external world, and we navigate around it and within it. We look at it at the outside world and we go, ooh, so if I go under here, or I go around here, or I do this, then it works. So we're sort of seeing the world as a playground rather than something that's coming at us all the time. And we liberate ourselves from being impacted by that external world. We lead by example to our children and to the people in our lives. We hold our energy field strong. We're responsible and we're adaptable and we're flexible and we're receptive. This is that feminine quality, right? This is what we know how to do. We are rock solid. We are present and aware, and we're ready for anything. This is what happens when we own our energy field. We're rock solid and we're prepared. So when we own our own energy field, our own circle around us, our own space, it's fueled and it's managed by you, not by somebody else. This is the most important part. You're the one in charge. And we represent ourselves with knowledge, with love, with wisdom, and we model this to others. We show them this is what it looks like when you take care of yourself. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. And most importantly, we teach others how to be good at this by themselves. We teach others how to be with us. We teach them who we are and what we need. We teach our children what an adult looks like and feels like. We show our children how to love themselves. We do things like self-soothe. We stay present. We create balance. We see examples of love. They see examples of love in us. We're strong. We're self-assured. We're confident. And we're empowered. These are really important things to know. When we hold our own field, we are present, self-assured, confident, balanced. So I played softball for 16 years, and I learned a long time ago that my greatest skill was at bat. I was a great hitter. I had phenomenal success in it. And if I was present and aware and knew myself really well, I was awesome at performing when I was at bat. If I was in doubt, if I was worried about being manipulated, that pitcher could throw me all over the place. So it's just like a really good analogy to know that, this is how we learn how to be ourselves, be in our bodies. When we own our energy, we own our body, and we own our life. So it isn't about boundaries. Boundaries is like, ooh, you're doing this, you're doing this. When we own our energy, we stand out forward and we're like, this is who I am, this is what's okay, this is what's not okay. And we have fun playing with the world. So this is the kind of stuff I do. If you're interested, you can always give me a call. You can find me on my website, DeniseDrydenCoaching.com. And I'm so happy that you got a chance to watch this. Take care.